black.
Welcome once again. We're live on IntellectualRadio.com. ExCons4Trump. ExCons4, the number 4 Trump, live on Intellectual Radio. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad, and co-host Kata Trust. Hey, Kata, listen, it's been interesting. Our last show, so many people was talking about it. But I won't, this time I hope, and if they don't, we got it. We always want to hear from you out there. 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. Live call on. And let's go, y'all. We want to hear from you. Any suggestions, ideas. Let us know what it is that you see out there. Let us know what Brandon talk about. Let us know what J.B. Pritzker talking about. Let us know what you think Trump is talking about. Kamala Harris. Let us know. This is ExCons4Trump Live. So we ain't ducking no calls and we ain't ducking no issues, us personally. And I'm going to continue to reiterate. Everything y'all hear come out of our mouth is the views of ExCons4Trump, Tyrone Muhammad, and Kata Trust, not IntellectualRadio.com. So y'all don't be picking around and messing with the Earl and saying something to IntellectualRadio.com, because we have freedom of speech and we're going to do our best not to violate anyone and anybody. And if you're offended,
Sorry, not sorry.
I meant to do it. And
sorry, not sorry.
And if I hurt your feeling, too bad. So what we want y'all to understand that we're going to do our best to deal with issues and views, not necessarily y'all emotions and controversy. But we do want to make sure specifically ExCons4Trump is about getting at the truth, getting at the issues, and to let everybody know that we choose indifferent this election. And let's go, Trump. Let's go. It's time for Trump to win so that we can begin to drain the swamp in all of these cities where our people have been suffering.
Yes.
I'm telling you, we're going to drain the swamp. And if you need my help in our team, I got a great team of guys that we can help. What they do, like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I'm ready to be. I'm ready to create a whole new organization around being like Dog the Bounty Hunter and just rounding up non-citizens.
Listen, look, that hey, you know what, Tyrone, that might be our new job.
I got some pepper spray.
Look, we might go knocking on the doors.
Man,
they over here.
They right here.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna round them up for everyone we round up. You know, it was okay for the police and slave catchers to come get us. And you say anything about anything migrant, rounding them up, you got black folks mad at you.
Yep.
What they want to talk about slave catchers. Well, we're going to round you up because you're violating a lot of these people that have been to jail already.
Actually, they violated the law. It's illegal.
Not only that, they've been going to jail, Carter, and
letting
been
them
released.
Yeah, they let them out. And they've been, but you have to remember
it's
that the
law
police
that
officers,
you export. Don't you deport people when
they're
they
supposed to, if they commit a felony, they're supposed to be immediately deported. But what is happening here, and if you talk to some of the police districts, some of the sergeants and neighborhood relations in most of the districts around the Chicago area, they will let you know that we have been told, we have been ordered.
Wow.
We can take them in, but we cannot hold them. And when they show up for court, we're told not to. But you as a black man or a black woman,
police gonna be
get caught up.
Front and center.
That doesn't apply to you.
Nah.
I just want y'all to know. Don't be out here trying nothing, thinking you them. Because they not like us.
Now, Brandon ain't gonna hug a thug when you get caught. Trust me, you going to jail, county jail, to the pen. Then till you gonna get one of these judges who are a part of them being let go. They all the same crew, clique, and tribe that's doing that. While we don't, it's hardly ever any leniency Even when Kim Fox didn't arrest us, like when she not arrest us because she didn't arrest us, when she didn't prosecute, she said there was not enough evidence to prosecute. It's not based on the evidence. We can't prosecute. We have to let them go. People was actually mad at this woman for not prosecuting guys, even though the evidence or the police violated these brothers, or the arrest report wasn't right. These people was actually mad.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, man. Hey, Kat, I'm really tired of black people. I
I
really am.
I had a conversation with someone earlier, and I have to be honest and just say I'm so tired of the conditions here in Chicago that I'm just about ready to just pack up my bags and just let them have it. But in doing that, you're letting them win. So
Yeah.
psych, I ain't going nowhere.
Well, I'm going. I promise you I'm going. Because see, anyway, as an organization, we are incorporated in like 8 different states. So
Okay.
I'm going anyway. Chicago will always be my headquarters, but after this election, and then as we gear up towards that United States Senate thing, I'm still gonna be going around the country doing things. Cause I got, and plus we also have our Prohibition Cafe brand and
Right,
support your
right.
local weed man brand. So we're gonna be doing a lot of that, and I'm gonna be expanding outside of the states.
Oh, that's what's
So
up.
I'm not waiting on. I'm not gonna. I didn't vow. What is it?
Take a vow of
By
poverty.
poverty.
Poverty, yeah.
Poverty. Trying to save black people.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you, all our black leaders, they died. They died broke and destitute, trying to save people who think that being poor is the way you save them.
it's a way of life.
You
They think
can't
it's a way of
save
life.
them
Yeah.
without resources and money. That's why this government that we are under take the money and give it to certain cronies and people. While you are under a terroristic effect of violence, no matter how effective your organization is or the community people that's in the community that really should receive the resources, your government would give it to the same cronies
That have done
and done
little or
little or
nothing.
nothing with it.
And
Yeah,
I refer to them as poverty pimps.
they are.
And these are the guys that are capitalizing off of your misfortune. They're capitalizing off of systemic racism. They're capitalizing off of our families not having the basic necessities, not having quality education. They're capitalizing off of it. People are getting rich on our circumstances. And I think that is why it is so important for us to start calling on the carpet these organizations that are out here getting millions of dollars every single year, but are not providing the services that they say they provide. And I get so sick of people inviting me to meetings and asking me to sign in so that they can go someplace and say that they
I
have
touched
had
these many people.
an event because they have to touch so many people. And that's the trick of the game. And there are some people who are out here honestly doing the work and are getting no money. But you also have the flip side of that. You have a lot of people who are out here doing the work but refuse to take the government money because the government wants to specify
That's
to
right.
you
That's right.
how to best do what you're good at doing.
Yeah.
Or they want to tell you that you have to be inclusive of some things that you are against in order to get their little crumbs. Because it ain't really enough money to do what needs to be done. It's just a minimal amount, basically crumbs. And then they want you to pedal for them and walk around like crabs in the basket, fighting for those same minimal dollars that are barely enough to pay the salaries of the people who are actually out here doing the work. And a lot of times, if you're working in social services, you've taken a vow of poverty.
Oh no, absolutely.
You've taken a vow of poverty
You
because
have. You have.
that's not an arena for you to get rich unless you're one of those cronies.
Unless you
that's taking the money
agents.
taking the money at the top, and it's not trickling down to where it's supposed to be, where all of your budget is in salary, and the people that you're supposed to serve receive crumbs. That's how they operate, y'all. But I gotta say it. They operate that way because we allow it. We allow these people to come into our communities and to basically pimp us for crumbs while they drive out of the city into their suburban homes. I think, you know what, Tyrone? I think there should be a law. I think that if you run a social service agency in any city, you freaking got to live there. Not just live in that city, but live in that community. Because nothing makes me angrier than to hear people talk about they're fighting for Austin and then go get in their car and drive to Westmont.
You don't know nobody like that.
And Matson.
You don't know nobody like
and
that.
Maywood.
You don't know them people.
And Bearwood.
Ain't nobody doing
and
that.
And Broadview.
They not doing
and
that.
Madison.
No, they not.
Country Club Hills.
No, they not.
Some of them go as far as Indiana.
No, they not. They wouldn't do that.
But they getting rich off of our tax dollars.
Off of your eels.
We might need to.
I don't even think it matters no more.
No, see.
It don't. No, let me show you why. I don't even think, Carter. You know what? Our people they like nothing, man. They like to be given subsidized housing, vouchers, stipends. I don't even think our people understand how to be owners, how to be controllers.
But you know what? They don't. We live in a system that has taught them.
Right. But even if you do
to be the borrower and not the lender.
I just tell you.
It has taught them to be the renter, not the owner.
But guess what they're going to be? Sheeps that's ate up by the wolves.
By the wolves.
So they taught them, that's how they are.
Yeah.
See, it's so many aspects. It's like even you deny yourself certain things because you want to see your community and your people a certain way.
Burris.
You know how easy it is for me to just be quiet and get rich? I'm serious. I do stuff and say stuff, and people say, you can't say that. Because they're afraid. Like, I don't care about being penalized or suffering because I love my people. That you get the amount of money that I've been offered in just jobs. Can you be the liaison to this? Can you be the community engagement person? Can you be the consultant to boo, 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 boo? Can you do this? Over $3 million just in jobs. I'm telling you, in the last 2 years. To go away to who wants to pay me?
Tyrone, I ain't in those ones.
Well, I am. I mean, I'm not in them either. I just get the calls because
I ain't never got a call like that.
Well,
I have no idea what that feels like.
You will get it. Keep making noise like you make it.
I have no idea what that feels like.
But see, they understand that. You're effective when they try to pay you off.
That's true.
See, you cannot, like, it's like, hey, you wanna do something? So you stop doing the work you doing and fighting for the people and come over here and help me do this. See, because that's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
That takes away your will to fight for the people, because now you got people around here with bosses. Now they got to be careful how they say this. They represent this. I ain't never been a slave to nobody.
You know what?
Nobody. Not no political party. Not no job. I ain't never been there. If I don't want to punch a clock, I ain't got to do it. I come out of prison not punching the clock. And people been free out here all their life.
Wow.
I come out of prison not punching the clock and have national recognition for what I do for my people. Why the hell I need to stay in Chicago when they like to die and they like to be broke and they like to be disorganized and disunified? How you want to like that? For this country, this city, and I'm gonna say it loud. If old girl, put it like that, I'm gonna be respectful. Is Kamala Harris vice president win? We done in Chicago. I'm gonna let you know that now.
Oh, you're right.
Brandon already asking for another million migrants.
Yeah.
You done.
Wait a minute. Wait.
You done here.
And listen to that. and listen, Chicago. Chicago, I need you guys to listen up. And I need you all to really, really pay attention. Because, see, some of y'all sleep. And let me just say this. If you disagree with what we're saying and you want to fight about it, 708-223-8953. Call in and let's talk about it. Because let me tell you this. Do you think that $300 million the mayor asked for yesterday is for us? And when I say us, I mean those good old Americans. I mean those of us who were born and raised not just in this city, but in this country. If y'all think that he asking for that money for us, you better think again. Because here's the thing. How else is he going to continue to support him if it isn't on the backs of tax-paying Chicagoans? Y'all better listen up. You better pay attention. And I'm going to segue, Tyrone, right into let's now start preparing for this next cycle of local elections. Now is the time to start paying attention, because let me tell you something. As soon as February rolls in, they're going to give you a couple of weeks after the new people take office, and then the new campaign season begins. And listen to me. Hear me when I say in the next couple of weeks, Tyrone and I are going to be going down the 50 aldermen. And we're going to tell y'all who we think need to stay and who we think need to go. And it ain't that many that need to stay.
That is. What if we just said put up, because even the ones that we think should stay, even if they are friends.
I ain't got no friends.
No, I'm serious. Like, I'm just saying, I don't have any in the political.
And
I'm really speaking for the people out there.
No, I don't have any political friends. I have political people that I know. I have political acquaintances.
Let me rephrase
ain't none of y'all my friends, because ain't no way in Hades you could treat my people like you treating them and call me friend. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to let you do that.
So let me rephrase it. I like it. Let me rephrase it. Let's see if some of these elected officials that you think should stay, let's see if we put somebody viable up against them. See, even if they are people we think should stay a little longer, put somebody up against them, then they become more, should I say, attentive to you.
Yep.
But I really think that after Trump take this seat, after Trump win, what date is this? What day we got Trump? I mean, the election.
The election is on Tuesday, baby.
After Tuesday,
November 5th.
After Tuesday, we're about to transform the state of Illinois for the better or the worse. Because you got people in the dated in these positions. They would destroy the system, the city, before they give it up.
Yeah.
They will destroy it and hurt you in the process. See, y'all got to understand something. These people have stole so much money for so long. We have a whole attorney general, and I haven't seen him investigate one time.
Not one time.
He didn't investigate Tyrone Muhammad because I'm not his friend. I haven't seen him investigate J.B. Pritzker in his cannabis space. How is it possible to create an industry that violated black people, women and children and communities, and make an industry legal because the whole intent of making cannabis legal is to fix the damage caused by the war on drugs?
And we
and
can't
then
get a
you
piece
turn
of the pie.
around and 90%, 99% of all dispensaries that was intent on being utilized to fix our broken communities, schools, prisons, all of those things, and the money that goes through the hands enrich already billionaires.
Yeah.
Not, it didn't enrich, make me a billionaire, you're a billionaire, Earl a billionaire. It made, or Earl's son a billionaire. It made already billionaires
wealthy
that don't even live in Chicago. One of the number one top 3 cannabis cure relief is owned by a Russian.
Dang.
Y'all look it up. Boris Jordan. Look at his name. Boris Jordan. Cure Relief is owned by a Russian. Why they talking about Putin? Our governor, J.B. Pritzker, and them take money from them.
Wow.
Our elected officials allegedly takes money for them. This guy owns Cure Relief. Boris Jordan is a Russian. He don't live in America. He don't own. You want to talk about Putin, but it's Russians and Chinese that own this country.
You know what?
That's the hypocrisy of everything.
And not just, and we talk about that when we're talking about cannabis, but we also would be remiss if we didn't talk about the people who are right now buying up the blocks of properties within the Chicago area. And the fact that these are not Chicagoans, that these are wealthy companies and businessmen. And when you start pulling these deeds and looking at who owns these properties, you go and look for a vacant lot or a boarded up house and start looking to see who owns these people and where they live at and where those tax bills go. Because see, a lot of times you don't, it's a corporation name or it's in trust. But look at the address to where those tax bills go.
Nah, real.
That tells the tale. It tells the tale. And so this city, this country is being sold from up under us, right under our noses.
Did you look up Cure Relief, Earl? Everybody out there, look up Cure Relief.
Look up Cure Relief and see who owns it.
Owned by, look up Boris Jordan. Just look his name up. Google Boris Jordan, the Russian. That's all you got to do. And these are the special interest groups. We got our sons and daughters in the black social equity people that's fighting to have their cannabis dispensaries and spaces. While we talking about what Trump is doing with, this is a Democratic-led city. Boris Jordan paid lobbyists and lawyers to make people like Kimberly Lightford and them go against guys and groups like us who have business. Now, you can't tell me that's right. You can't tell me that's not evil, that our own black elected officials can be used with campaign contributions to go against the very people who create economic opportunities for the community. That is evil, that is wrong, and they have to be removed.
It's a travesty. And I think that's why, we talking about who stays and who goes. Hell, get rid of all of them. See? I think that we just need to wipe the slate clean. Run somebody
with everybody,
even
if they're not strong enough. But we'll let them know the people who is back that party right there. Even though you can't, it's like certain wars, it's hard for you to win without real money and a real name or a real person. You're not going to beat Walter Burnett. He's developed so many properties for these big, rich developers in Fulton Market and all of that. You're not going to beat him. What other ward? It's kind of hard to hope she stepped down. it's kind of hard to be pat down.
Yep.
Because she's ingrained herself, and I haven't seen nobody capable of running that can make the community listen
well,
to
you
her.
know what? I ain't gonna say that these people can't be beat.
No. I'm only saying that when just now, as it stands now, we don't know nobody that's in there. Dorothy Brown ain't running no more. Not Dorothy Brown. Dorothy Tillman ain't running no more in that ward. I'm only showing you like these certain wards, like with all the top,
career
even Tracy. I saw Lamont Robinson get elected as a state rep, decide I don't want state rep no more, and never ran no election or nothing. The Democratic machine, backed by Tony Prattwinkle, said he gonna run for 4th Ward alderman and win against career people in that community like Tracy, Ebony Lucas, Kahari. They done usurped him. He worked for the mayor now. See, these, that's what I'm saying. These jobs is what I'm telling you about.
Yeah,
like they offer you jobs.
Go sit down somewhere, and we got a little something for you.
Let me show you.
You know,
instead of them, 3 of them and 4 of them together couldn't beat Robinson and that machine. See, you got to almost destroy them in order for you to beat them. It's like, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's like when you talk, you and I and people like us, I can say what I want to say. You know why? They ain't gave me nothing.
They ain't gave me nothing.
They ain't gave me nothing.
But you know, Tyrone, when we think about this, and I think that sometimes it make me mad. And we talk about these politicians and we talk about that machine. Because I remember when we were coming off that soda tax, and Richard Boykins could have ran, if he had ran that year, not the soda, the soda tax. If he had ran that year, Richard Boykins, he'd have beat Tony's behind.
Yeah.
You know what stopped him from running? His loyalty to Danny K. Davis.
That's crazy.
That Democratic machine.
And Danny K. Davis, his whole loyalty to Danny K. Davis, when Danny K. Davis knew that he was probably more qualified and should be running against
and should have been running.
But then you can't do it when you, Danny K. Davis, don't know how to sit down either. See, y'all don't know how to sit down either.
Here's
and
my
you never
thing.
give to the young folks.
We make the mistake of as they say, going to kiss the ring finger. You know, we gonna go to the head and we're gonna ask them, what should we do? Sometimes you need to just jump out there and do what you're gonna do.
Gotta do it.
Because let me tell you something, when the opportunity is there and you don't take that opportunity because you're trying to be loyal to somebody who really on the backhand ain't really being loyal to you, and you blow your chance. And I say that because there's some people who are sitting at home right now thinking about running, but you got some loyalty to somebody that might be a part of the machine. Yeah. And I want to say to you, if that's what you want to do, get up and do it. Don't let nobody stop your flow.
And we got your support.
Because these people will get in front of you and tell you that this isn't best for you, when in actuality, it just ain't best for them in that machine. Hear me when I say, don't let anybody deter you from an opportunity that you think that you might have. And in a lot of these races, Tyrone, that's what happened. You'd have went to somebody you respected, sat down at the table with them, and said, listen, I'm thinking about doing this, and can you help me, or can I have your support? I never forget when my husband ran for alderman. And as much as we have done in the Austin community, and my husband was sitting at this round table in Congressman Davis's office, and there was all of the people that were part of his committee. and they sat Dwayne down, and they was like, well, Dwayne, we like you and you're a good candidate, but I supported so-and-so, and you didn't support them. And I supported so-and-so, and you didn't support them. And it seems like now you're here asking for our support, and every time we got behind a candidate, you beg somebody else. And I'm sitting there.
Don't I have the right to do that?
Wait a minute, I'm sitting there, and my husband, he's so sweet, bless his heart. But I'm sitting there, and I sat there as long as I could, and I stood up and I said, I'd be glad. You know what I said? How dare you people sit here on your high horse and attempt to judge him because he didn't go against the grain? Ain't this a democracy? I thought it was, but maybe I'm wrong.
You wrong.
And then, of course, they got well, Carter, you're not running. Dwayne is, and we don't really want to hear from you.
You don't want to hear from the first lady of the war?
I know doggone well y'all don't want to hear from me. Because I'm going to always tell you like it T.I. is. No, they don't want to hear from me. But just the hypocrisy of it all. The hypocrisy of it all. And so that's why I say, don't listen to them. If you got a platform and you looking at the mess that we have right now that is running these offices that are in control, and you think that you could do a better job, cast your net and see what happens. Don't go sit in front of these people and ask for their permission.
That's right.
You're not going to get it.
They're not.
And you know what? You don't really need it. Some of y'all done sat behind and sat out and went to the back row and let these people have the front row. And that's why we got the mess that we got. Because y'all allowed them to dictate to you where you should and shouldn't go.
And you know
because
what she's
one
saying
thing
is right.
that came out of that was he didn't win the election. But I bet you Chris Teleferro got on his stuff after that.
Yeah, that's another one who had to go.
I bet you he got on his stuff. Oh, he gone.
He got to go.
We in the 29th ward. That's the 29th ward.
Who y'all got?
You know what? The dog catcher can run, and they probably will win. He out of there.
Well, we're gonna make sure then they know who the dog catcher is.
Yeah, dog catcher can run in the 29th ward.
So that's real.
Yeah, that's my alderman, and he toast.
Well,
yeah, he got in by the skin of his chin. Like literally.
Well,
but that ain't happening this time because I supported him last time. That ain't happening this time. And I'll be honest with you. The only reason I supported him, not because I was a fan. But see, this politics stuff. Like I said, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. This politics stuff is dangerous. And the reason why I supported Chris is because they went in the back room and found the biggest clown they could find to run against him because they was mad because Danny was mad at Chris. There go that name again.
But that's
that name again. But wait,
hold on. Let me say this right now. The views of ExCons4Trump is the views of ExCons4Trump and not IntellectualRadio.com, so that y'all don't go trying to censor people.
Yeah, don't get mad at Earl
and get mad
because
like
Carter said something.
Oh, Tyrone.
This is Carter Trust. These are my opinions.
And so we're gonna that caveat. We're gonna repeat that, and we're gonna let you know because we ain't said nothing wrong. We disrespected nobody. We should be able, because if we wanted to talk about how great Kamala was, nobody would say nothing about our politics.
No, they would show would y'all be okay with it.
So now, if you antithetical to anything that they're doing, now is all types of crap. Now we the ones brainwashed and stupid. We the ones.
If I had $1 for every time I've heard somebody, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care.
Let me say this right here. What Kyler was saying is true about y'all taking the initiative and run and doing y'all thing. See, so many people have heard about just walking up, man, you running for United States Senate? I got people with buildings. I got over 7 people right now with 6 and 7 story buildings. One came to me today and said, I'm gonna put your big old picture of that Tyrone Muhammad for Senate 2026 on the side of my building. And then I got 3 billboards. I'm letting you have those. See, and I got people downstate saying, hey, we got this. You gonna win anyway. Just the audacity of ex-con to go against Dick Durbin. That's
what I'm talking about.
Just the free publicity that brings is in the millions. And like, man, listen, bro, you gonna mess around, man, and start some stuff you ain't even trying to intend to start.
Listen,
you may spark other people to say, hey, it's time for us. It's going to take us to save us.
And I think that we have to stand up. And I just say that to say, and this ain't no bash Danny. So let me not do that, because Congressman Davis has done some really good things. But there's just been some stuff that, I just got a side eye, and that's just what it is. But I say all that to say, at this point, you can run a dog catcher in 29th Ward. And he'll probably get elected.
Well, let's get the dog catchers to run.
At this point,
let's let them run. Dog catcher, if you're out there, 29th Ward, she said, we're going to start now. But boy, I can't wait till this election stuff is over with. I swear I can't wait. Man, we need to run people against these pastors.
Can we get rid of pastors?
No, you got too many. They got too many. They pimps.
But you know what, though?
They got too many. They got too many. I ain't gonna even say the other word. But my aunties, them and grandmamas, took care of pastors for a long. They took care for a long time. And when grandmama died, pastor, they got nothing for.
Look, talk about we ain't got to worry about the pastors. God got them. Because see, they got to answer to the Most High. Yeah. When you out there perpetrating and going against his people, you got to answer to God. And the punishment that these pastors gonna get from God, is way worse.
God,
you know what? We know it's a long wait.
It is. I can't wait.
But when that retribution hit, and see, here's the thing about this: we don't even know that retribution has not hit, because you talk about health. Because see, when you ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing.
But this the issue.
You talk about issues with your family.
Anyway. That's everybody. True. So I can't wait on God. You know how long our ancestors been waiting on God, calling on Jesus. The ship called Jesus. You know how long they been calling on Jesus.
I'm gonna keep calling though.
I ain't gonna keep calling. I gotta keep calling. I ain't waiting on them. Because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I ain't have to hear.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna.
You really gotta wait on them.
Ain't gotta wait.
You gotta call on them.
We gotta go get it.
You gotta call them.
He gave us everything we need. I'm not waiting no more. Jesus told me already what to do with them.
That's it.
And because he turning tables over.
We doing it. Right here. Let me tell you something. These conversations that we're having right now are unprecedented.
Cynthia said,
when have you ever
said dethroning Durbin would be ethic? What happens is, Cynthia, is because you're dealing with a political climate and a political machine. See, Dick Durbin is doing like Joe Biden. Dick Durbin is saying N-words and different. They allegedly saying these words out his mouth that's racist. Older he get, the senility. They're gonna make him do like they did with Joe Biden. They're gonna sit him down and they're gonna run somebody like a Lieutenant Governor Stratton. See, they gonna run these cutting. They gonna put a woman up again. Oh, black woman.
That's what they do. They gonna go get a sister.
And then guess who they gonna talk to? Same thing they talk about Trump. They say he convicted. I heard a sister say that to me. Why are you supporting the convict? I say, so what you saying about me? No, you different. You changed your life. I said, no. I say, it's over with. At this point, I have no respect for her. And I'm telling you, honestly, you have allowed your politics and your self-hate and self-righteousness to say this is the why black men can be murdered in Chicago or a wholesale. This is why black men, their sons, because these are boys, these are some women, sons that's in prison. Black women, sons. All the black women whose children are in prison don't come together 100 deep, Earl, to say, what you gonna do about my son? Because the system that they're under, jobs, boss, master, is greater than the love they have for their boys. Yeah. How the system continue to perpetually murder her child. Everything the Bible say. That woman put that baby in that basket and push it down the river for a reason. Because the world and the government would be on his shoulders, like Jesus.
She wanted a better
All
life.
of the prophecy in the Bible talk about this government being on the kill and seeking to kill your son.
Your sons.
Sister, your womb produced God. Yeah. Your womb produced revolutionaries. Your womb produced Dr. King. Your womb produced Malcolm X, Fred Hamptons. Your womb produced your freedom. And the police and this government and the court system and them bullets and guns they put in your community is designed to do COINTELPRO to stop the rise of the Black Messiah. They done did it another way. They don't need J. Edgar Hoover now. It's like they got too many systems that are Democratic-led systems.
Yeah, and these are
that is destroying people. That is destroying us out here.
You're right. And
see, this too deep though. This is the stuff that gets you killed. Right? This is the stuff. Don't wake them up. What are you doing? He the only one talking like this. You the only one talking like this.
Yeah,
now you isolate them.
Yep.
The elected officials don't help them. Even when they're doing good work. The community don't go and support them. They listen and they talk crazy. They talk good, but they don't send $5. They go buy all the Zuzus and Wham Wham and Coochies and Gucci and Poochies. They go buy all of that and liquor and weed, but they won't send $5, $1. They won't show up out of a whole year. Girl, out of a whole year, I can't get 10 guys to volunteer to help deal with these at-risk youth. That's the volunteer.
Yep.
If you ain't paying them.
That's right.
Until that person kill their son or their wife or their daughter. Yeah. Now it's like, I got a mission. No, bro.
You should have had a mission in the beginning.
It's some serious stuff going on.
That we have to, as Black people,
well, it comes down said, I'm going to keep calling on Jesus. No more. Yeah, call on him. He may hear you.
Let me tell you something.
When you call on Jesus, guess who he's seeing? Tyrone Muhammad. Now, keep calling. He ain't coming. I'm coming. And you could think that's arrogant if you want to. God ain't never. Our ancestors called on the saviors. They came in the form of men. If you were spiritual, they would have came as a ghost. But you're not. You're a material being with spirituality. And God can never display or show himself unless it comes through God. Great is he that is in me, that is in the world. God come through the Son, is the Father. It come through a physical vessel, and you still killed them. Listen, you're not finna make me. I am not going for that. It doesn't matter. Jesus can show up.
Wait a minute.
Let me show you what's going to happen. No, let me show you what. Okay. What happened to Jesus? What happened to Jesus? I'm saying a physical, they calling on him. But if he come, guess what they gonna do to him? Okay, I got history to show what they do to prophets and messengers.
And you know what? And so
what happened to Malcolm? Who killed Malcolm? You can say white man all you want to.
Was us.
You can call who killed. Listen, we watched Dr. King. The man sit there and pontificate and tell us how much he loves. Man, I know I'm not going to even see it, man. I'm sitting there, you looking at a Messiah, a messenger, and we don't even say, no, you're going to be here, sir. We're going to protect you, surround you, and make sure you don't get none of that.
But see, I understand what you're saying about that, Tyrone, and that is factual. But it is through the Spirit of God that He works through men. It is through the Holy Spirit, and He works through the hearts of men.
Absolutely.
So, and I just want to be clear about that portion of it. And when we talk about God changing the hearts of men, that happens through the Holy Spirit. So when Tyrone say it's not a spirit, he doesn't mean that.
No. This is spirit. He means this right that, here. Look, you can't see it.
Right.
But you feel it, and it's the word of God. In the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and God was dwelling among the faces of deep. I know y'all book. Y'all read it.
Right.
You think that grandmama and them getting raped and hung and still had to call on Jesus. And to think that he never came like you think he coming. He always came in form of Nat Turner. Sojourner Truth. King David. But I'm saying, Harriet Tubman. You keep looking for some stuff.
And he just sent them.
You come, I call on God Jesus. Then why do God keep sending you messages? The Quran says God is ever sending the messengers.
Yep.
From Lot to Moses to Abraham, to let my people go.
Prophets,
he said it.
Yep, preachers and
Jesus come. Who do they say I am? See, these people read these books, man.
But I don't think
they looking for some spooky God. They looking for some aliens or something. Cause it's in your face.
That's like when you read people who read the Bible and the part and it says that God is coming. He's looking for a church. You still got people think that that's a building. You are the church.
The temple.
He's looking for a people.
Yep.
You're the church. So I understand when you say that, because you do have people who really think that he's looking for a building. And when he talks about his bride, that's his people. It's you.
We got 50,000 churches in Chicago. If God was in them, then you wouldn't be calling on no government.
It would
I don't care. Not my church, not my pastor. Your pastor and your church. I'll prove it at no limit of time that your pastor can't, the circumambulation around your church, your pastor can't stop a shooting. Nah. And now you tell me I'm lying. He ain't stopping nothing around now. And he not creating jobs for these young brothers. And he not educating them in the house of God to be righteous. And he not dealing with the promiscuous young ladies running around there naked. And he ain't dealing with none of the government.
Well, he can't deal with that because then he can't sleep with them. So what you mean now?
I rest my case.
Come on now.
No, that's
real. I can't do both.
You can't do both. You can't save a man.
I can't save a man, sleep with him. Come on now.
See, I just don't like foolishness. Like, ain't no such thing as a spook God. God say be and it is. God already said it.
Yeah.
You think he gonna come out? God, give me long life. Why you eating Dunkin' Donuts? You eating Zuzu, Ho-Hos and Twinkies. God don't work like that, man. God don't change the condition of a people until they change it themselves. You can't. I don't care how much you pray for God.
Faith without heart disease. Faith without works is dead. That's the word. That's the word. There is something that you have to do. There's things that a way that you have to live. And see, we get it mixed up because you still got Christians who think that all they got to do is pray.
And they also think that's why you got souls to the polls.
And I mean, you got evilest people that you ever want to see.
Ain't no question.
And in church every Sunday.
These the same ones that pass judgment on them little homies. Won't stop out and give them the word of God. Won't stop out and give them the word of God. But be right at the court convicting them. And these the same ones asking God, calling on God for forgiveness. But even our people like myself serve that debt to society, give out more and do more than even the church folks do.
Yeah.
I still get judged for the past. But yet they want Jesus to come and save them. But that's the old saying grandmama used to say in church. Those who say they going, ain't going.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. Is that not the word?
That's right. That's
is
why
that not the
they
word?
don't have the heart of Christ. These people don't have the heart of Christ. And you souls to the polls.
Because the
That's
Bible
a separation.
says that they will know us by our love
and the fruit they bear.
and the fruit that you bear.
Look at your politicians.
What kind of fruit?
Democratic
You ain't
Party.
even got to look at your politicians.
Look at your community.
Look at your pastors. What kind of
Look
fruit y'all bearing?
But the pastors, I just saw a mayor, every time he get in trouble, he called all the pastors.
And they come and they stand up there with him.
I just saw a governor on an apology tour. Every time he got in trouble, black pastors are back there standing there. And I just saw pastors do the same thing when Rahm Emanuel with the Laquan McDonald, all the different stuff, they all stand behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Went all back and forth.
Pastors,
all of them. Pastor Hood.
Well, that's what they do.
Saw him. I saw, what's his name? What they name?
Hatch,
Ackery. These the three Negroes. These the Trotter, Porter. Look at this. How you could just name them? How we know the same path?
Know.
How we just know the same path? Then you get the new ones. They don't like when I say it. Then you get the new one. Yeah. You get the Mosses now.
Yeah.
Then you get the what's the other one name? With the big mega church on 73rd and Cottage. Stony Island.
The little short one.
Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Y'all know. Hannah.
Then you got him, and then they name our little brother on Halsted.
I think Hannah might have
on Cottage. Right there off of 42nd.
I think Hannah done stepped away from him.
Yeah, he ain't got he been exposed. He done did that. They used these.
He got all the money.
They use them.
You know, they got what they wanted. So
Chris, the one that the short one with the glasses, boy, on Halsted over there on Cottage and 44th over there, back there, right there, back there on Langley, wherever that is. But I'm just showing you they use these brothers and stand before us while our cities are on fire.
Yep.
While babies are dying and women are dying.
Yep.
While our schools are hurting and we're suffering. Our pastors watch this happen.
And the pastors are standing up there
next to them crooks.
Standing up there supporting it. And I guess I think I have to ask myself, because see, when my pastor does some backward stuff, and I don't know if I ever told you I was a member of Ackery's church at one point.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I used to be a member.
How much money you get him?
What?
He got you?
He got me. But wait a minute. But let me just say this. When you learn better, you do better.
Tell the truth.
When you learn better, you do better. When you learn better, you do better.
When he got the dollar out
baby,
your
I went.
No, I'm saying when he got the dollar out your head, did he rub it?
I ran out of there on fire. Do you hear me? Because see, what happens is when I see you standing up and supporting some stuff that don't make no sense.
Yeah. Yep.
I ain't going for no BS. I ain't that girl.
Do you think God want our government? Now, God is a great God, but God is just, right? Do you think God would appreciate the worst people in America that's being violated, our black people, that's suffering?
That's
whether it's the prisons or the graveyards.
It's our people.
Do you think God would approve with, I just want to know, that you bring a whole nother people ahead of the very people who built and sustained this? You think God would say, that's fair? I don't think so. I just don't think we got that. I don't either. And I don't think we got that type of God. No, now, we are generous as a people, but sometimes that's got to stop.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 says that there's a time for all things.
And that wasn't it.
I say that to say that, because people love to say, well, you're supposed to be a Christian and you have so much venom and you have so much anger. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 tells me that there's a time for anger and that there's a time for wrath and there's a time to pull away and there's a time to walk away and there's a time to fight and there's a time to kill. That's the word.
I think Matthew 25 talk about, when were you hungry and I fed you not? When were you in prison and I visited you not? And some goes like that, what you do to the least of these, you also do unto me. So I want to know, if God is instructing, Jesus is instructing. Because they were saying, Rabbi, when did you ever not fed you? When did we ever not do that for you? When we ever not visit you? He said that what you do is to the least of us.
Yes. Have I not fed the birds of the sea?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so all these 50,000 churches in our neighborhoods, that should be no poverty.
No hungry. No
that
poverty.
Should be no homelessness. That should be none of these things. If they actually all follow the same book and follow Jesus, I want to know how you got Methodist, Baptist, Episcopalian, Lutheran, Jehovah's Witness. You got under the rock, over the mountain, Mount Star, Everest, for Christ. You got over the moon, under the stars, for Christ Jesus. Then you got you got a million names.
But see, Tyrone, what happens?
But they all read the same book.
But what happens with that, Tyrone? It's like, okay, let's say, for instance, me and you disagree, and we don't agree on everything. Right. And y'all have heard us here on the air, and I'd be like, I don't know about that, Brother Tyrone. I don't agree. That's my brother, and I love him. We ain't gonna agree with everything. We ain't gonna agree on everything.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's my brother. I love and I respect him. And we're gonna agree to disagree, and we're gonna do what we gotta do to get done what needs to be done. And so what happens is,
but our book is ExCons4Trump. So we come together on the Bible.
We on that. But here's the thing: most people don't have that commonality,
right?
Because you said something I ain't like, so now I got art with you.
I'm through with
I'm done with you. I'm not messing with you.
Yeah.
But not I did something to you or you did something to me.
Exactly.
Because my thing is, we can always get together and have a conversation. But when I go to you and I tell you that you messed up and you look at me like I got two heads, that let me know that A, you don't respect me, and B, you don't love me like you say you do. So I'm chalking up the deuces.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what happens with these pastors and with the different teachings.
I think
religion. That's what happened with religion.
I think religion should be removed. Pastors, churches should be removed from the 501c3 status.
I agree with that.
Because if you did that, and you give each church resources based on what they do.
Yep.
Since the church is supposed to be a storehouse, supposed to be a safe place, supposed to be a haven for God and the rest of it, where you could get your mind and heart together. And if you're not doing that with the communities that look the way they look around your church, something wrong.
You know what I remembered? I don't know how many people paid attention to this when at the height of the migrant crisis. The number of churches that opened their doors and let migrants in, while our people were sleeping on the street.
Yeah.
You had family members of churches that let migrants in.
Man, we over time, Earl.
But couldn't send their family members.
Wait, listen, we just gone. We gone. And it's the same thing. We gotta get out of here, y'all. Y'all ain't told us that we was on the road and we was over with. Well, here we are. ExCons4Trump live on Intellectual.
We sorry, y'all. It got good to us.
On Intellectual Radio. Hey, the views and opinions of ours are not the views and opinion of IntellectualRadio.com, and we don't need you calling Earl or nobody.
Call Earl tomorrow.
We got the right and the freedom to speak, and what Tyrone Muhammad said.
That's right.
But we thank y'all for listening. Hey, get ready. The vote is on its way. We won't be back here Tuesday because we'll be somewhere at a watch party. We're going to be at a watch party watching Trump win and bringing it home so we can drain the swamp in Illinois. Thank y'all for tuning in. Peace. See you probably Thursday.